All right, man, today's Thursday. It is June 23rd. Welcome to the Dog Walk presented by Barstool Sports. It's Eddie, it's Chief, it's White Sox Dave in the old but new look studio. How do you like the three-man setup here?
I like it a lot, actually.
I kind of like it.
I like it. It's kind of relaxed. I wish we had we were talking about before, like have the chairs raised a little bit.
Yeah,
but I'm also kind of comfortable. So
I like sitting back, just
chilling.
But I'll
Get
tell
my
you,
grind on.
this fucking blackjack table, the best idea on paper, but it's just been giving me nothing but problems.
Yeah,
You know? It's a glorified prop right now because we can't use it. And
I've been meaning to ask this question since we got the blackjack table in the new office. What's the most anybody's won on a hand on this table?
It's
It came
ever?
from What would you put it at? It came from Aurora, right?
Mine was in Vegas. I know what the number is.
This came from East Chicago.
East Chicago.
Yeah, well,
He's saying like in general. I think.
In general, anybody.
yeah, I know. Like my biggest win was just this past. Was it February or March?
I'm saying on this specific table though.
Oh.
It could be 10 grand. It could be 500 grand. I have no fucking clue.
They usually close the shorter ones earlier, I feel. And I feel like they're like the diehards are there during, 11 a.m.
I don't think this was a lot of big hands were won on this table. This
don't
was
think so?
we had to the amount of gum that we had to scrape off the bottom of this doesn't
It's
tell me
any
that
casino though. It's not coming from the high rollers room.
I don't think there was a lot of people winning big money at blackjack at this table based solely on the gum.
You never know.
You never know.
There
You don't
was
think that's a good indication that there wasn't a lot of money changing hands at this table?
There was a lot of lime green spearmint. I feel like that's a winning gum. If there
That
was a
is
lot
a
of
good gum.
There was a lot of juicy fruit under there, or some big red. I'd be like, we got a problem with this table.
Big Red's gross.
That'd be bad juju. Oh, it's like a fireball shot.
That's awful.
It's awful.
I hate Fireball.
I'll do fireball, but I don't.
Do
like
you?
I do. I don't want to have Fireball.
I hate anything that's sticky.
That took the words out of my mouth.
That and Rumplemans, and we get force-fed Rumplemans
I like
every single
Rumplemans.
time we go to Declan's. And
From who?
from Dave.
Oh, it's
He's a Rumplemans guy?
it's all he really drinks.
Really?
Yeah.
Rumplemans is good. I don't
I
know.
like
people-
Rumplemans.
Rumplemans
a
is
lot.
fine. I like it better than Fireball, but if you get it on your hands or like on the edge of your mouth, it's so sticky.
I think Red Bull. I think Fireball's worse for that than Rumplemans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like syrup.
Yeah.
Syrup.
I say syrup.
Syrup. Me too.
I say
obviously.
syrup.
So you say syrup?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
there you
Why
go.
does that make sense?
You look at you. You're a sticky syrup guy.
No, I'm not.
Just gets it caked in your
Syrup.
beer. Yeah. Syrup.
Real quick, are the White Sox home this weekend?
Yes, they are.
They are.
They're gonna start
They are.
playing well because I feel
They
like
are playing well. They're playing well
I
now.
know they won last night, and I keep waiting. I feel like they're gonna click, and then I'm gonna start betting on them every day, and that's when I'm gonna make a lot of money this summer.
They're starting to click right now. They're getting healthier. I might pull the fuck it move that you pulled last week with the Cubs tonight or tomorrow.
Just
Haven't decided yet.
game time. Go to the
Yeah,
game.
just say fuck it and go.
How would you get tickets?
Oh, game time, obviously.
The exclusive ticketing partner of Barstool Sports, Game Time is a ticketing app that makes it easier than ever to score last-minute deals on tickets to sports, concerts, and shows, and they guarantee the lowest price. They crack the code on how to score deals on last-minute tickets. The biggest last-minute price drops can be found in the seats you thought you could never buy. Yep, there you go, Chief. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. And he's showing you the Game Time app right now. All three of us have used it. It's super easy. It's simple. So whether you're spontaneously buying tickets to the concert you've been eyeing or planning ahead for NFL season, Game Time is the best ticketing app. Make your live event experience seamless and affordable. And the best part is you get $20 off your first purchase. Download the Game Time app, go to the account tab to create a login, and redeem code DOGWALK for $20 off your first purchase. Terms do apply. Download Game Time, last-minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Billy Joel's at Notre Dame Stadium this weekend. Kenny Chesney's at Soldier Field.
I'm using game time to go see John Mayer and the Dead & Co.
There you go.
There you go.
On Saturday.
Yes.
You
John
can get into the White
Donenko.
Sox tonight on game time for $3.
Yeah.
Well,
So they're
this
paying
is
for
gonna
your
air after, but I'm
experience
sure it'll
at
be
the
similar.
best stadium in baseball right now.
Hey Ed, I guarantee you, whenever people listen to this, they can pull up the Game Time app and probably get in for $3.
Okay, regardless. Good point.
Yeah.
Go do it. Can we bring up the story not that story, but the story we told after
What store was that?
about you having a little bit too much to drink at the dinner table?
Yeah, we went
No, don't say the name.
Yeah.
Well,
I actually don't.
I
Can you
gotta
bleep that out? Because
Yeah.
I don't want people to find this place because I really liked it and I don't want to get inundated with.
Hey, Dave. It doesn't matter. Like it's
I
been
know.
around for 12 years.
no, but still though, this is one of those places.
Since 07, I think he said.
Okay.
So yeah, bleep that because I want to go.
Yeah.
And from what I've heard about this place, Dante told us, and he was telling us in a group chat that this place that we bleeped has a super hard. You can't get in.
No,
You cannot
it
get
took
in.
us 3 months to get in.
It's got like the Bill
More or
Murray
less.
voicemail system. Like
Yeah.
you call, you leave a voicemail, and then they call you back like
And they offer
weeks
you-
later, and they're like,
right.
"Hey, 6:00 tomorrow. Be there. Be square."
Or
Which
no,
is
I,
awesome.
I think it's like that. I think they might do that, but other times they're like, you can get on at like, we knew about this dinner what, a month in advance, something like that.
More than that.
Okay, so they
I'd say
call you
2.
back and they're like, all right, you can come in with your part. We had a party at 6. You can come in on Thursday at 8:00 in like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And then it's like, take it or leave it. And you always take it.
Who? But you said it was small. 6 feels like a big party for that place.
Six was the largest table. And I think there were like 3
it
other
maybe
tables
held 15 people.
total.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
12, 15 people.
Now,
I mean, it wasn't much bigger than this room we're in right now, Ed. It really wasn't.
Literally.
Really?
Yeah, I think
Maybe 5 feet longer and
that's it. And
Yeah.
it's probably right about this wide.
yeah.
and so the legend has it that the place, which just hearing from you guys, there's no waiter or waitress.
No.
It's just the kitchen
It's
staff.
just the
Yeah.
kitchen staff
Oh, yeah.
just-
Yeah.
They
Fires
don't really
it
need
out.
a waiter or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just,
It's
because
so
the kitchen
small.
is right there.
Yeah.
Like the kitchen would literally be on the other side of that door.
And if you bring them a case of Miller or a bottle of JMO,
We did both. Yeah.
they're very appreciative and they
Yes.
fucking take care of you.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
they do.
So, question: do you
We had
like?
another guy who brought him some weed too.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it's like that kind of vibe where the smoke billows out from the kitchen.
Yes.
It's not like cooking smoke.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
Yep.
Little fucking Scooby Doo action.
Yep.
Do you appreciate places that do that? That kind of make their own rules.
Yeah, I do. I mean, they're obviously successful. They got a Michelin star. Their food was outstanding. Shit that I've never, like quail eggs. I'm like, what? That sounds gross.
It was like
It was
and
so
the
good.
menu like changes all the time. It's like whatever they find, and then they kind of like experiment during the day. So there's never like a set menu. So we went and we had this. It was like a ravioli with
Oh my God, was that good?
specific type of was it a clam or an oyster? Something
It
in there?
was some shellfish.
some
yeah.
kind of crustacean.
Yeah.
And it's fucking unbelievable. But like the first, I didn't know what we were getting into at all. There's nothing really you can, on the website doesn't really show you anything. Given the vibe, I'm kind of surprised they even have a website at all. And
They just got it, and
Yeah.
the guy that we were with that like took us out to dinner, he said he was like a little disappointed that they got a website because it kind of not ruined, but it was a shift from their vibe where you just kind of, it's just kind of a free for all,
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I just went to their website.
yeah. So, but you come out the first course and they're like, it's like, oh, this is it's like a hoity-toity, fancy schmancy place.
But you don't need to dress like it or anything.
Yeah,
really.
right. It's like a hole in the wall, but it's like unbelievable.
It reminds me of Alinea, but like
So I've never been there.
I've been there once, like 7-8 years ago. And I was doing that thing. I brought a chick there where every single fucking drink that was ordered, I was doing the mental math. Like, all right, I got $180 in my bank account. Like that drink was $25. We can get like 2 more of those, maybe. It was the
I'll
half
pay the
thing.
overdraft
When was
fees
this?
later. Yeah.
This was like 7 years ago,
Okay.
like 2015 maybe.
So you're still crunching then.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
in the old White Sox Dave Cribs apartment.
Oh yeah. Oh,
the duct
way
tape couch.
before that. Way
How'd
before
it
Oh,
go
really?
with that girl?
Yeah. We stay in touch. Yeah.
That surprised me. It took her all the way to the city.
She wanted to go there. I'm like, yeah, let's go. I didn't realize what I was getting into,
Gotcha.
and I was doing the half baked thing where he's like, I wanted to like do the sticky bandits thing with a glove with like
The tip jar?
adhesive
Yeah,
and just stick it in there and pull out a bunch of change from the sticky bandits.
that would work.
But this
Yeah.
place had the same kind of menu, but
But it wasn't.
it was like a dive bar.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it was like a closet, and then like the walls were all black, the furniture was all black. It was like a very strange vibe. And the first course comes out, and they have like this fake light bulb that's plugged into something, some battery, and it's like billowing out like this, almost like an incense, but the incense was supposed to be like a campfire smoke. They're like, this is a deconstructed s'more. And it's like, what the fuck? Because it was not a marshmallow, but it was like almost like a cotton candy kind of marshmallow vibe, but maybe a little chewier, like maybe like a macaroon kind of. If you know what a macaroon, like those little French cookies, and then you're like have it like with this shot of liqueur. So like you had the smoke from the light bulb thing, you had like the graham cracker dust wafer marshmallow, and then the shot of liqueur was like the chocolate, and like that was how you kick things off. You're like, all right, buckle up. Like it's gonna be a weird night.
It was sweet. I think it was a 20-course meal we had.
Yeah.
So like every
it's not
8,
even
9
your own
minutes.
I think it was 12.
12?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a 12-course meal.
Okay, 12.
Yeah.
So like every few minutes they're taking out something new.
Yeah.
And you just eat it and you're like, holy shit, was that good? And then in the meantime, it's BYOB. Like I've been to a million BYOB places, but I've never actually brought my own beer anywhere. This is the first time. Well, maybe a couple other times, but they whipped out like all this nice scotch and shit, and they were making Manhattans and all these super nice drinks. And I'm like, oh shit, I just brought a case of Miller Lite. Like, I love Miller Lite. I had a bunch of them, but
you had Miller Lite at the table. I don't remember that. Did you? Yeah, I thought you just brought the Miller Lite back to the guys.
I had some Miller Lights.
Okay. Okay.
Can you believe
regardless,
this guy?
No, I know what you're saying, but it's
Listen.
like the Miller Lite was the gesture. Like that was like the best gift that you can give to the staff. You're trying to say like, oh, we're sponsored by Miller Lite. No shit, dude. I knew what you were saying, but I'm just saying like obviously we drink Miller Lite. We don't have to be like, oh, we're drinking Miller Lite when we're not. We obviously drink it all the time. I just didn't see you have one.
I didn't have one.
There you go. Be authentic.
I didn't want to.
They're not the sponsor of this podcast.
All right, listen, we're getting
A.
fucking swerved. You're taking me down wrong ways, and side streets when I want to get to the main point here. Well, 2 points, really.
Just ask it.
There is a picture of Dave.
It's not. I am not ever consenting to letting this picture go out.
He looks the most fucked up I've ever seen of human being.
It's my favorite picture of Dave I've ever seen.
It is awesome.
Yeah.
But like, here's the
super
thing though,
fucked
Dave.
up.
Like a lot of people can give you shit like, oh, you fucking drunk. But like at this type of place, you don't have a choice. I feel.
Oh no, it was like we were all full disclosure. I puked twice in the middle of the night.
Really?
Yeah.
I got home and 2-fingered it. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even do that. I was like laying in bed. And I had like the spins, and like got up and yacked, and then like waited a half hour, went and yacked again.
Why wouldn't you release the picture?
Because it's not.
You've
flattering.
seen it.
It's so fucking like it's just
Ed,
like,
you don't know the first thing about negotiation. You're gonna have to offer me something for me to say yes.
all right. We'll
I'm just gonna send it to Harry to use the thumbnail for this.
I don't consent. I don't consent.
I
don't consent.
Whose photo is it?
It's
Who owns the rights?
technically Lauren, our realtor.
So we
I'll
just
tell
got to
her
get
no.
consent for her. From
Correct. Yeah. But this is like one of those dangerous games with Dave.
Yes, it is.
Where it's like if you like, I think it's a
Correct.
pretty innocuous picture that will like disappear in like a day. Dave will come over the top and like release some secret that you've been dealing with for like 40 years.
That's exactly right.
That's like terrible.
So this is like where here's my thing about this is, I understand, but now that we're talking about it in the audience here, so like I want them to see it, so they like so they're in on the joke. It's like when you send me that picture of that guy at the Blackhawks game, who's fucking beard.
Oh yeah.
This guy sent me this.
We couldn't release.
We couldn't release that.
Yeah.
I know this guy. He's like, yo, dude, I gotta show you something, but you can't show anyone. And I'm like, oh fuck. I'm thinking he's sending me a screenshot from someone. Like, he sends me this picture of this guy who got.
He was on a
sniped.
date. It looked like too.
Yeah, he got sniped at the Hawks game, and this guy's like, people fucking talk shit today about his.
This
beard.
one was werewolf style.
This guy,
Oh
like,
yeah.
Did I show you that?
You did.
like
yeah.
pretty much on his eyelids.
Yeah.
like it was
Yeah.
fucking crazy how high this guy's beard was, and it was so funny. But like, it's a dick move for us to tweet it out.
Totally.
Yeah.
And I will say, like, I do think, like we talk about 3Chi a lot. It's a product that I enjoy, but I think that people are like, I tweeted out a picture. Like I went, this was Saturday night. I went rollerblading from my house down and stopped at Declan's for dinner. And girlfriend took a picture of me standing in front of the billboard as like a thing to tweet at Muggsy, and wasn't even remotely high at all. I was just like rollerbladed 5 miles or whatever it is down there, and people were like, "Oh, 3 Chief." I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I don't look high.
Guy
Like,
just looks high.
but I didn't.
Yeah.
And but it was just like that. Like, I don't like when that becomes like a thing.
I yelled at you earlier. People thought I was drunk at the dozen. I wasn't remotely drunk at the dozen. Being called drunk or stoned when you're not is annoying.
It is.
It is.
Yeah.
It's annoying.
I agree.
So my point about that, like I used to get so mad when I try to go to Hot Dogs because they're one of those places that like just if we're not going to be open today. Like we're just they open when they feel like it. It does get annoying as a consumer.
Apparently, this place takes it a step further that you could be in the middle of your meal and they'll just be like, "Yo, you guys got 5 minutes to get the fuck out of here.
Really?
We're done working tonight." Yeah, and they'll just boot people.
I would be pissed about if that happened.
But like, even if it's so like that's when you're just sitting around for like the nightcap drinking.
I don't know. I mean, rumor has it that's what they do. They didn't do it to us. Obviously, I mean, we closed that bitch down.
When you make the
loved us.
reservation, you have to block. It's like it's a 3-hour meal.
Yeah.
It like with like no bullshit. Like it takes 3 hours to eat the 12 courses.
Really?
Yeah.
The more we should probably change subjects just because I feel like this is a big inside joke podcast now. We can't show the picture. We can't name the restaurant.
If you want to show the picture, I don't care. Show the picture.
Really? All right. I'll send it to Harry.
Go ahead. Hold on.
Only for the YouTube.
Only for the YouTube.
Yes.
You have to subscribe.
Yes.
Okay. So let's
like
do that.
that.
So how much this is, fellas. Ladies,
this is
my favorite picture of White
right?
Sox Dave I've ever seen. So what are we at right now, Harry?
I don't know if there's a way to do this though.
Sure, there is.
Well,
I'll look up. I'll pull it up right now.
I got it right here.
What's the number?
Think
but
we're
what
at-
I'm saying is,
Here.
if he's going to embed it in the YouTube,
No. We just won't release it. We'll talk
and the
about
next
it.
free swim we do, we'll release it
Yeah.
in that one.
Yeah.
We're at 43.9, so maybe
So
it's
get
45.
No, 50 for that picture. I would
45's good.
Yeah.
I don't consent.
No,
So-
I mean Kate got her fucking vag wax for 1,000
Yeah.
followers.
That sounds painful.
The
Yeah,
fuck yeah.
so-
Anything wax, just
I
I'm out
almost
on.
just want to let's get to 44 just so we can
No. I am the final call here. I'll agree to 47.5. Meet in the middle.
All right, 47.5.
Okay.
We get to 47.5. So that's up to you guys how fast you want. Well, they're going to have to wait a while because I already know what I'm airing next week. And then the week after that, we're off with.
Yeah.
Well,
let's
that gives them a couple weeks then.
Say it was 44.9.
43.9.
Let's go to 40. Let's go to
47.5 is the number. 47.5 is the number.
47.5
That
is
is
the
final.
number, and the earliest you're going to see it is the week of July 11th. So you have a lot of time to do this, so tell your friends.
Yeah, make it a pyramid scheme.
Yes.
You
Yeah,
got to get
exactly.
this picture. I would say that, speaking of White Sox Dave, like my favorite White Sox Dave's moments, your gum battle. It was like the 6th anniversary
Yeah,
of that last night.
I muted that immediately, that conversation.
Is this get under your skin still?
No, it's just, it's like, it's the same thing. I laugh at it as much as anybody.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh my God, I can't believe you fucking, it's like, I've told this story so
Yeah.
many times, I just can't do it.
The shower didn't take.
And
And
my shower didn't take today either.
No?
No.
it's 97 degrees. No one shower's taken. I will say though, I still think that we're not sitting here without that moment. So that's like one of the reasons why I love that moment. I think that's like I
There's
think
different
that,
timing, though.
but like that was the thing that initially that got Dave on Portnoy's radar more than anything else.
Portnoy said he wanted to hire me after that.
Right.
I didn't say no to him.
Then what happened?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
So we will see. Now I feel
He
like
could
I
have
hope.
probably offered me like 40 grand a year back then. I'd have been like, fuck yeah. Sold.
Here's this though. You probably would have had to move to New York because Barstool Chicago would not have been a thing.
That's,
Yeah,
true.
that's true.
I
That's a
wouldn't have
good
done that. I don't think I would have done
Good
that.
point.
Yeah.
Because what year was that? What year did
16.
that happen?
Yeah, it was right after the James
16?
Shields thing.
Bro, we didn't
2016.
come until 18.
19.
Really?
Well, 18.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had the podcast got picked up in second half of 18,
Yeah.
and we came in 19. But like, I feel like Portnoy, like he had already decided that.
Oh,
he,
yes. I mean, that's a day when Dave, he's
Right.
like, that is definitely helps him sitting there. I don't know if it is
But
a group
it's-
at that time.
See, I think it does. Because then they had the 999 challenge, and then
Those
you
are
guys
both huge for Dave, for sure.
right, and then you guys did the pizza with him.
But then
That's what
at
it
that
was,
point, we
yeah.
were a group at that point.
Yeah.
But I don't even know if you know this, that Dave really had to advocate. He wanted you and you and not Carl and I at first.
Well, I talk about it I did a behind the blog with KFC.
Okay.
That's coming out. I don't know when it's coming out. It could be out today. Who knows?
Yeah.
But we talked a little bit about it, but
yeah. And Carl and I were going to be like more part-time and like just do the podcast.
that's just how Dave works.
Yeah.
I told him and Erica, I'm like, I really don't think this would work without the 4 of us being full time.
Yeah.
Well, we sent a letter, right, or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Why are you laughing?
I don't remember a letter.
It was something like
yeah,
a letter, like
I
hey,
do.
like
I remember we did a draft of the letter. I feel like we sent a few emails, and Dave, at that time in your life, you used the phrase "plant a flag and burn it to the ground." Like so that was how you ended every email: burn it to the ground.
It was burned to the ground.
which is like burn it to the ground. Usually not a good thing. You have nothing left.
No, I meant it in a good way.
Yeah.
Take it
like,
as you will, though. When the podcast got picked up, I literally force-fed it to Erica because I was out in Arizona, I remember. And I was like, Dan, like, we're doing really good numbers for not having any backing. It's just him and Carl and I. Mm-hmm. And it was after Rick Hahn came on, the Sox general manager, and we had like 20,000 downloads. And this is when I had like maybe 15 or 18,000 followers, I feel like, on Twitter. We were doing really well. And I'm like, hey, dude, if you guys don't want this, that's fine. But like, we're going to start selling ads on our own. And that's kind of
what pushed the ball forward.
what pushed the ball
Yeah.
forward.
That was like the first thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, good. Did we oversell the picture? Now I'm worried it won't live up to the hype. I hope the
I
subscribers
love that
like.
picture.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
I
I
mean,
mean, I'm sure there
nervous,
will be
though.
people who bitch, but I think it is like the way his eyes,
I was super
the
fucked
hair.
up.
Harry, have you seen it?
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Okay, all right.
I don't think it's unbelievable.
Oh, David.
The gum picture is a million times worse, I think.
the gum picture.
I don't. You are on Mars in this picture.
Yeah. Yeah.
Never mind.
Let's
yeah,
just
can you
release
whip me
the
up
picture
another
for-
no. 47.5.
What if it's an honor system? We put it in this one, and it's like, hey, you guys better get to this, or we're
Nope.
gonna be very upset with you.
Nope. When we get 47.5, we can release the picture.
We'll release the Kraken.
Release the Kraken.
Okay. 47.5. Hey, you know what I found out yesterday?
What's that?
Roman swipes work. For sure. I knew they worked from, experience.
From personal experience?
But this is from a doctor.
I thought you were about to just brag about being a sex haver.
No. I'm not bragging about that. But but we found out from the sex doctor. I don't know if you guys listened. And if you're listening to this now and you didn't listen yesterday, it was fucking really interesting.
We had a chat just out in the lounge before you guys were still like getting the Dogwork studio re-put together. So he and I were just chatting, and it was fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't listened yet, but I will.
Did he show you any pictures of any of the deformed dicks he's had to work on?
No, he didn't.
He said he whipped out his phone. He's like, I can show you guys. Like pulling bullets out of fucking dicks and everything.
That was because I told him one of my best friends is a urologist. And so when he was working at Rush for a while, and so I'd be sitting in a meeting at my old job, and I get a text from him, and I open it up, and it'd be like some fucking filleted penis like in my face. Like, Jesus Christ. And he did it because he just thought it was funny to fuck with me.
Ed, are you a useless junk guy? Do you remember that website?
I'd never even heard of that.
Not really.
I think that's what it was called. I could be mistaken. This is old. So this is like when I was in college, but I highly doubt it's around. This is like kind of Wild West internet days, maybe 15 years ago. It was a website my buddy showed me. So they showed me 2 Girls, 1 Cup. As soon as I saw the shit come out, I puked my brains out. I couldn't get 30 seconds into the video.
Yeah, nope.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, all right, now you got to try this one. And it was a dude that sliced his dick open. And it was like a montage of shit. Sliced his dick open and dumped bees on it. He was like a glutton for pain or something, like shit like that. Insanely fucked. Puked my brains out.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I just want to do the Roman ad read, guys. That's all I was looking for here.
That guy probably needs lots of Roman.
Yeah. I mean, they were like I said, we always knew they worked, obviously, in this office, and we've been telling everybody about it. But to hear it from a sex doctor, to hear it from a urologist was awesome to see. So go grab your swipes. Get Roman.com/dogwalk to get your first month of swipes for just $5 when you choose a monthly plan. They are the secret to longer lasting sex. Roman swipes are uniquely formulated to reduce overstimulation without eliminating sensation altogether. The more consistent you are with the swipes, the longer and better sex will be. Super easy to use. Take the swipe out, apply it, let it dry for 5 minutes. enjoy the longer lasting sex. All right, Dave, tell me all about the bees and the penises you've ever wanted to tell me about right now.
That's all there was to it. I'm trying to erase that memory from my brain, but this is the first time I thought about it in a decade probably, but it's...
I wonder if that, the swelling, helped him a little bit. A little enlargement for him.
I don't fucking know, man. It was bad, though. I'm surprised you weren't all over this kind of shit.
I mean, I did Rotten.com. Remember that one?
I remember
think
that.
so.
Like people getting their heads chopped off on helicopters and shit. It was crazy.
Oh,
Yeah,
maybe I'm thinking of something else.
Wow,
That's
what did
not
you
for
think?
me. That's not for me.
Yeah, I don't want to see that. People
I
getting their
didn't
heads
want.
chopped
I don't
off.
want, but I was,
That's one of those things where it's just the old internet was just the complete Wild West.
You probably can't even... I'm
which is
sure you
crazy
can.
because you think it'd be opposite.
Ed was a big Tub Girl guy, I bet.
Tub Girl was good. It was a classic.
I don't think I know that one either.
Oh,
It's like a girl shitting in the air.
yeah, she's projectile. She's in a shower in a tub, and she's laying kind of on her neck, and she's projectile shitting onto her face.
Gross.
Yeah,
Tub Girl was a state. I was a big cake farts guy. I've said that before.
Yeah.
that was just stupid. I didn't like that one.
What else is there? Meat Spin's
Meat-
classic.
yeah.
It's a classic.
Yeah. Everyone knows that one.
Yeah. Oh, hey, check out this White Sox box score link on your phone. Oh, it's Meat Spin. You
Well, I
spin
mean, I
me
feel like
right
that
round.
prank kind of came back with the
with
the huge hog black guy in the bed meme.
Yeah,
Mr. Wood?
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's dead, right?
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Mr. Wood.
Yep. I fell for that 6 times.
Oh, I fall for it every time.
Yeah.
Well, they're got super creative about it. He's in the clouds and
Yeah.
he's camouflaged.
Yeah.
Like
I
they've-
actually didn't mind that one.
No, Mr. Wood.
No, when he kind of came back over the last couple of years when they would do that.
Yeah.
I mean, he's basically I don't know. He's a heroic figure now.
He is.
People put him on cakes and shit. I've seen that. I've seen that before.
What about Harambe?
What about him?
Ramba's a legend.
He was a legend. He's pretty legendary.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw Jurassic World yesterday.
What'd you think?
It's not as bad as people are saying, but it wasn't good.
If it was on TV, if it was on TNT in 4 years, would you stop on it through a commercial break?
If it was
Stay through a commercial break.
If it was on certain scenes, yes. Certain scenes were badass.
Okay.
Were really cool, really, really well done. The shot was great. But would I stick around for the whole movie? Probably not.
Okay.
Where's the rank in the trilogy for you?
So I would.
Is it just the trilogy? I feel like there's
No,
a gazillion.
the new ones. Yeah, the new
Okay.
trilogy.
Can we go six?
Sace.
Out of the six, I would go Jurassic Park is obviously number one.
Jurassic. It's just a fucking great movie. Classic.
Yep.
I'm a big Jurassic Park 3 guy, actually. I think I'd put that number 2.
I would agree with that.
So this is my problem with franchises because obviously the first one's incredible. The second one was so bad that I've never gone back. I haven't seen any of
The Lost
With
World?
Yeah.
Vince Vaughn and
Yeah,
he
but that's
stinks.
still not the worst one. Jurassic World 2 was death.
Okay.
It was
They were all bad.
it was rotten.com. And I would say Jurassic World is my number 3. It was solid.
Yeah.
And then I guess 4 by default was this last one, Lost World 5. And then The Fallen Kingdom was the biggest pile of shit I've ever
Yeah.
seen. It was disgusting.
But so why do you keep going back? That would be my question. Where it's
I'm a sucker, man.
Did you?
I
You
don't know.
haven't seen Talcon yet, right?
I have. I saw it last week or
I
2
haven't
weeks
seen
ago.
it yet. I keep
Wanna go
trying.
tonight?
Because
Sure.
you haven't seen it yet.
I was joking.
Oh, fuck you then.
Have you seen it yet?
I have not.
Dude, go see it.
I know. I
Everyone
have.
says
Yeah.
it's awesome.
Seriously, go see it. It's so.
I'll go see it.
It's fucking fun.
Next White Sox off day. You want to go on a little date?
Well,
There's obviously going to be a separation in the seats in the theater.
But then again, we disagree on everything, Dave. So maybe you won't like it.
No, we don't disagree on everything.
But we
lot
disagree
of
on
things.
a lot. We disagree on movies and food consistently.
What movies do we disagree on?
Joker.
yeah.
I mean,
the
that's
classic
me
one.
versus the world. Well, not me versus the world. There's a lot of people that agree with me, but it's just I would say I'm with the 10% that didn't like it. If it got 90% on Rotten Tomatoes,
6%.
whatever.
Okay.
I hated that movie though. I fucking
But
hated
no-
it.
I keep going back because dinosaurs, big screen,
Yeah.
there's something
Cheap
fucking,
thrills.
Yeah, and
Yeah, but then it's I guess to me then I'd walk out of there and be like, well, I spent $25 and 3 hours of my time total with travel and everything. Like, I would have rather stayed home.
Yeah, well, two reasons. A, because I'm hoping that, like, Top Gun was so good, too, that it's shown that it can be done, that movies don't have to be a nostalgia grab, that they could make a good movie in and of itself.
Right, but that's
what
the
Top Gun
hard
is.
way out, I feel like.
Like, that's the exception.
What was the budget for Top Gun?
It was like 150 at
Yeah,
least.
like insane budget for that movie.
I actually, can I tell you something, too? And I know I talked about it last week with Feidelberg, too, so sorry if I'm repeating Top Gun talk. 170 million was the budget. I kind of have, like, the more I'm reading about this, major props to Tom Cruise.
Why is that?
He held the movie hostage. Like, they were fucking badgering him, like, hey.
Oh, like for
good,
years?
Put it on
him.
streaming, because it was done in, it was supposed to be airing, like, I think it was supposed to air in 2019, or it was shot then, and it was definitely supposed to be out, like, 2020, like.
Okay.
And then Corona, and then everyone's like, hey, dude, just fucking, put it on. Like, so many people were on his ass to just drop it because it was delayed years.
Yeah.
Literally years. And he was like, no, this is a fucking movie
This is
I
a
want
big
people to
screen movie.
see on the big screen.
Yeah.
And he was right.
Yep.
And he held on
I
to
have
it.
to go.
And that's how movies come
let's
back.
just go tonight.
I'm
I got nothing to do.
I'm probably gonna go to the Sox game tonight. Next
come
few days
on,
though, for sure.
David.
Probably next Monday or Tuesday or
But
something.
I might have something to do then. I got nothing.
We'll figure it
tonight.
out. We'll figure it out.
I mean, I'll just go alone. I love going to movies.
I've
alone.
never
what I'm
been to a
saying.
movie alone, and I tell everybody that. I'm like, and everybody says it's just great.
awesome.
I've never done it in my
That,
life.
I've said it before on other things, but that was like my favorite. If I was on like doing business travel back in my old job, and like I hated everybody that worked for that company, so they'd be like, "Oh, we're getting dinner," I'd be like, "Oh, like I'm gonna go." I told one of the clients that I'd take him to this bar, and then I would just like, nah, I would just go to the movies. Like I saw like the new Star Wars that way. I saw like
great.
a ton of like from this is like from probably 2014,
That's great.
end of 2014 to 2018. I was doing that like pretty consistently, just lying about obligations at night and go sit in the theater by myself.
No, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. But it's like, everyone wants to blame, Gen Z, they don't want to go out to the movies, or they want to blame all their problems on this and remakes. And
If you make a good
you know,
movie that's meant for
people
the
will- yes.
big
Yeah.
screen, then people will go. And this is all the proof you need.
Like, it is. I watched
What was their opening weekend? It was biggest ever, right?
crushed. It's at 887
Yeah,
million
it's
now.
going to crush $1
With no
billion
China.
in
It's going to get to
theaters,
Billy.
yeah.
It's
With
going to
no
get to
China,
a billion.
yeah.
No China.
With no
Which
China.
is insane, because China inflates like
Yep.
all these budgets, all these box office at now.
I think we're the last two people on earth that haven't seen it.
I know, and I wanted
Yeah.
to see it opening weekend, and then
Guys,
I had
it's
a
so worth
wedding
it, man.
conflicts, all this shit. So
Like, it's like it truly is just an awesome experience. You agree, Harry? You said.
Yeah, I saw it this Sunday on Father's Day with my dad.
Yeah.
And he's already seen it once in theaters, and he said it's better than the last. People that grew up on
Like the
Top
first
Gun.
one?
Yeah, he's saying people that grew up on
See,
Top
I
Gun.
wore out I wanted to be a fighter pilot when I
Dude,
was
why
like
the
8.
fuck haven't you seen it then? No excuses, dude.
The excuses that I've had.
could probably-
It's the Stanley Cup
fucking-
Finals. It's been
no,
like
you're
How long's
fucking
the movie?
rollerblading around the lake barefoot. We got fucking Top Gun out, dude.
fine. I'll go see it tonight.
All right.
You want to go right after work?
I mean, we're gonna see a matinee. We're almost done with work.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, I'll go.
Let's go.
All right, you want to come?
I would almost consider coming.
Almost. Why don't you just come? What are you doing?
Well, I just
Let's
went
pile in the
yesterday, and
Tesla.
and it's a big fucking movie week. I got to save my. I got the pass, brother.
Can
I
you
get to see
shell
3
out?
movies
Can
a
you
week.
shell out $18 for a day with the boys?
I think you'll be okay.
shot.
Tesla.
Let's
I just
pile
shot-
in the
What
Tesla.
do you mean Tesla.
Well, you're the only one. Oh, did you drive?
I drove.
Oh, we'll pile in a vehicle. We'll go see it. Harry, you in? Round 2?
I'll go again.
Let's have a boys' day. He's not one of the boys.
It's got me on.
He's
the
not
ball.
one of the boys.
It's got me on the ball. Maybe.
Maybe he's always a no with that.
No, if there's a
Ed
good-
did come out on Friday.
Thank you.
I was shocked. He called me and he was like in line to get in the bar, and I was like, "What's up?" He's like, "Are you in the bar?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like, where? Like, why are you asking? And then I saw him through the window. I was like, "What the fuck is?" And I was just about to leave,
How about that?
so I stayed another half hour or so.
Came out.
Yeah.
Proud of you, Ed.
It was a mirage. But yeah, it's very good. And I love the movies because that's the only time I can chuck this fucking piece of shit phone
I love that too.
and pay attention.
It's nice, isn't it?
It's beautiful.
I've said this, and it's not even a lie. I don't want to call it a lie, but my favorite part of turkey hunting in Nebraska was like I never had cell phone service other than a hotel. Really,
You wanted to stay. because
I
your
did.
phone
I
didn't
loved
work.
it. It was God's country.
That was like a trip back in time.
It really was.
Yeah.
Like you were in fucking 1870.
No TVs in the bar. You got old
Manifest
ladies playing
Destiny.
cards. We're just
Yeah.
shooting pool.
It was
drinking beers.
just great.
Yeah.
Blasting music. They had a touch tune, so
Yeah.
that was nice.
You are like the king of touch tunes. That's
I'm
like
a
one
good
of your-
touch tunes
It's
player.
one of your favorite
I know
things.
How
to
much
get the
money
bar
will
going.
you do the app?
Oh, dude, I when I'm out, it's a Sunday Funday thing for me usually because on Sunday Fundays I specifically like to go to just dumps, and if the dump has the touch tunes, then I'll drop $40 in it.
We got my girlfriend has a friend who works for a company that does like sponsorships for pets, like influencer pets, which I didn't even know was a thing.
What a
Yeah.
fake job.
Fake job, fake industry, whatever. Okay, until you find out about the money. So Spotify paid some dog literally $100,000 to put out a playlist by the dog, like the music the dog likes.
So
Dave, the king of touch tunes, we got to get somebody to pay us to make playlists.
I think I need to do this because I know how mad it would make you guys if I found a dog that I was able to profit off of.
it would, yeah.
I'm not saying Ace's playlist or George's playlist, but someone should just be like, Dave is the king of touch tunes. Someone should be like, hey, Dave, curate a summer playlist.
I'll be the touch tunes face. I'll be their Marlboro man.
You do have the app though. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you
Does
cannot.
he have the app?
Because that was gonna be.
Can
a
you go
non-starter
grab my
for me.
phone? Where's my phone?
No one knows where it is. I went
It's-
looking for it on the desk. It wasn't
It's
there.
got to be in there. I had it in there. Maybe it's in the car.
What was I gonna say to you about touch tunes? I don't know. Whatever.
I go with a lot of
Celine Dion.
Celine Dion's a must. I go with a lot of boy band stuff from like late 90s, early 2000s. That's always a hit because it never comes on anymore, really. So it's like as soon as it comes on, it's a nostalgia play.
Your other big move is playing All I Want for Christmas Is You in like April.
Yeah, like right now.
Yeah.
Trader Todd's banned that in the summer from my friend from doing it for karaoke.
Really?
Because he did it like
A million
shit
times.
ton of times
It's
in a
right
row.
down the street from here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He goes
I
like
haven't been
every,
there
he goes
in a
like
long
every
time.
weekend.
Yeah.
He loves it.
You a karaoke guy, Ed? You ever done it?
Yeah, we've talked before. We weirdly
have?
share like the same karaoke song, "Run Around Sue."
Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like love it. I don't know. It depends
It's
on
not
the.
my
You
thing,
got it.
but-
Depends how drunk I am. Depends
Yeah.
on the vibe.
I really like, so we did this in Vegas, and I've done it a couple other times where you have, it's just like a group of like 12 or 15 of your friends.
Oh, and you get
your
like a
own
little
room.
private room.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
more fun than do it in front of strangers.
We did that in Scottsdale, Arizona with Anthony Rizzo and his family. a few
How was
years
that?
ago.
Was his
Fun.
dad there?
Yep. He
I
was.
love his dad. I never met him, but I love him.
His dad's a good dude.
I just want to fucking slam
Yep.
veal, parmesan, fucking
Smoke a couple
meatballs.
cigars.
I just want to do all that with
Yeah.
him. I think they do that in Chinatown. You could rent them.
Yeah, we did it. I did it for Mrs. Carl's birthday like 6 years ago.
Oh,
You know
nice.
what? I have never gone out in Chinatown in my
No?
entire life.
I don't think it's like like to eat. You're saying?
Yeah. Or
Or is
no,
it-
just like to hang out, like
They have
see it.
some good restaurants.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
they have, and it's like, if you go for like Chinese food, it is so cheap. Like ungodly cheap and very good. And there's one steakhouse, I'm blanking on the name of it, that I actually haven't been to, but it's like next on my list, that it looks fire. It looks awesome. Yeah. So maybe we'll go see Top Gun, and then the boys will just keep on going down. We'll
Yeah.
go to the steakhouse in Chinatown.
the four of us right here.
Yeah.
Think of how nice a night that'd be, Ed.
Yeah, it sounds great. I'm not against it. It's just today's not great for me.
What do you got?
Gotta get some R&R in. You know.
Sorry,
I
we'll
saw
make you sit
Jurassic
in the
World. I
dark.
got
watch a
bocce ball
movie.
tomorrow. I got bowling on Thursday, and then
you're-
Friday I'm going to a wedding.
Didn't we
trying to-
have a bowling vertical in this company at one point?
We did. We did.
Are you going to become a bowling guy?
No, I'm just an idiot. I'm an idiot.
Did
Well,
you
I'm
join a
not an
league?
idiot. Yeah, I'm very pro like leagues and shit. Like,
Yeah.
I like doing shit. I like breaks the monotony. of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
week.
yeah. Definitely.
So I'm very pro, but summer bowling in the summer is kind of rough.
See, I don't necessarily agree with that.
Really?
I
Why?
love a good AC. Sometimes you just need a break.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
true.
Yeah.
But
So
I quit going to bowling alleys when they banned smoking.
I swear, Diversity Bowl still has like lingering cigarette smoke
Cigarettes,
just
yeah.
in the air.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
beautiful place.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like bowling. 2 games though. The third one, I'm like, you throwing fucking like 60 balls.
So this is like one of my
I mean,
problems.
Not 60. Well,
Yeah.
actually, you're right.
Yeah.
Two.
If you suck, I suck.
The last time I went bowling, I think I did 7 games.
Oh, that's way too much.
I know.
That's insane.
I know.
insane.
Guys,
I
know,
don't even
but
need
you
more
gotta,
than
you
one
gotta
or-
see
yeah.
me how I get with that Pop-A-Shot or the fucking hooks game. Like,
Yeah.
I will just do something forever to try to get, like, do the best.
My buddy Matt, that you met at the Blackhawks game that blew up my car.
Yes.
Shout out, Matt.
He fucking loves bowling. He had a perfect game going until the very last one.
Oh my God.
He's done that a handful of times too. And you need 3 strikes on the last
Yeah.
frame. He fucked up the last one a couple of different times.
There's
He's like pro level good.
there's
he
that-
does it constantly.
That's incredible. Have you heard that Edgar and James myth? Do you know that story? Do you know that story?
I don't think so.
Where-
Edgarin? You mean Edgarin?
Edrin?
Sorry, guys. Yeah,
Well,
Edgar,
that's
Edgar
a-
and James.
Pretty. I mean, go ahead.
I mean, this guy hasn't pronounced a name or a word right.
We all do.
Yeah. But
Danny was making fun of me how he said Air Bud.
Airbud?
Yeah.
What's wrong with how you said Airbud?
He said I put the wrong enunciate or the wrong
emphasis
emphasis.
on the wrong syllable.
Air
Yeah.
Bud.
It was
Air
like
Bud.
Airbud versus Airbud. Like, I don't know. We need to get Danny
It's
in here
Airbud.
to describe it. I couldn't really pick up on it.
But sorry, continue.
And Danny's an idiot.
Airbud.
But Edgar and James like disappeared from it was either like mini camp or training camp for like 4 days and nobody knew where he was. And he was just at like a 24-hour bowling alley and he like bowled like 3 perfect games. And like he just like got addicted to it. He'd never really played before, but by the end,
Oh,
he
really?
was fucking incredible.
That's great.
Yeah.
I love
Edgar and
that.
James.
Mookie Betts has done some stuff with the PBA.
Yeah, he's like a
Yeah.
big bowler. Yeah.
He's a freak athlete.
Yeah.
He's just one of those guys that he could probably pick
Who's
up
that,
a golf
sorry?
club and shoot par.
Who? Sorry.
Mookie Betts.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's just one of those.
I
Fuck,
kind of
said
think that if I really dedicated myself to bowling, and I think this about anybody, you could just be a guy.
Really?
I think
Yeah.
give me a month with the bowling ball and a nice greased up lane, I'd be a pro.
Consistency is the thing, though.
Yeah.
Like if you wouldn't be able you may be able to get really good, but you wouldn't be able to be consistent like some of these guys.
Yeah, but like I've had over a 200 before. I feel like
Yeah,
that's,
I think
you know,
200's
and I
like-
go like twice a year.
I'm so inconsistent. I had my low on the year. I had an 85 the other day.
That's pretty bad. Ed.
Horrible. And then I had a 188.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
yeah, it's a
I
big
think
range.
150 is about where an average male should be.
150.
Yeah,
Yeah.
130, 150 maybe.
Yeah, and I don't even know how to put the spin on it. I just aim like a little, a little
it's
center
like
right.
the speed pitch for me.
Yeah.
They should put
They
MPHs
do.
on it.
A lot of them do.
Do they?
Yeah.
It was a
haven't
bad
been-
day though. I hurt my hamstring a little bit. My vertigo was going.
Yeah.
The fucking
Just nothing but
Dude,
excuses.
the
out
burger-
I
there.
can't
the
believe they
burger at
let
the
you
alley.
back. Your team like just was like, yeah, we'll give this vertigo guy a spot for
Yeah,
Bocce again.
for
I would
real.
have been like, sorry, man, you're cut. That's
Dude,
just the way it goes in sports.
I know it was tough. I thought I was gonna lose my spot. Caleb Swanigan died. That's sad.
I heard that.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
That's
sad.
sad.
He was fucking beast.
He
at
was a
Purdue.
great guy to watch Purdue.
Yeah, he was awesome.
Yeah.
He was legit.
You know, I did the Purdue basketball camp in 8th grade.
Really?
Yeah.
Who was
Eighth- eighth-
Gene, oh yeah, you said Gene Cady. 'cause
Gene
you
Cady.
drafted him.
Yeah, and I was the second smallest kid in camp. I was like 5'1" or 5'2", and I led the camp in charges taken, like because I couldn't really do much else. So I was just like sliding underneath guys, just taking a beating. My dad like kept like this folder that they gave us with all like the coaches' notes because he was like, "This kid's tough as nails. Just takes a million charges."
That's great.
Yeah.
Got to do it.
Yep.
Are you guys going
How do you
anywhere
die?
this summer?
What's up?
You guys going anywhere this summer?
I want to go to Denver. I've never been to Denver, and the Sox play out there in late July. So
Great stadium. I love Denver. Ed's anti-Colorado.
I'm anti-Colorado.
You just think it's overhyped?
Everyone sucks its dick.
Have you been there?
Briefly.
I love it. I love it. I'm doing Steamboat in February, at the end of February, so I'm going skiing out there. And this summer, I'm supposed to take a trip to Vermont. So that's about it.
I do want to go to Ireland for northwestern Nebraska and Dublin.
Oh, that'd be great. You'd be fucking like the picture every day.
Probably, yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's every northwestern game I'm at anyways.
Yeah.
I can't wait till fucking...
You
Because
take-
last year was a little different because, one, they completely fucking sucked. And it was still weird with Corona and everything. But I was thinking about this yesterday, too. I would get to Northwest for 11 a.m. kickoffs. I would get to the parking lot so early that I would see the team like walking from their dorm rooms through the parking lot to the stadium. I'd be the only one in there just slugging Miller Lights at 7 in the morning. By the time kickoff, I'm like, oh.
You were humping people.
That was at Notre Dame.
Oh,
That chief made me leave because he likes to leave things early.
For what?
Notre
Oh.
Dame.
This guy, see, why go to the movies with him? He's just going to leave 3/4 of the way in.
He probably would. He's like, all right, I got to get out of here. I got to get out of here.
But like you keep bringing up this story. It was cold, sleeting rain. Notre Dame was up 2 scores, and I got basically jumped in the bathroom. I had to get into a fight in the bathroom. You were nowhere to be found. Thanks.
Because what
Thanks
do
a
you want me to
lot.
hold your dick while you're at the
some
urinal?
friend you are, but I had to fight 2 people. You were nowhere to be found. And so yeah, like I was ready to leave that game after all that. Sorry.
And as soon as we left, blocked a punt and scored a touchdown. It was a 3-point game.
Yeah, and then they won by double digits.
They won by 10.
Yeah, well, that would be double digits.
I know, but it wasn't ever like a blowout.
But it's right. But like you were like,
And
oh,
the
like
reason,
he just, like this
one of the
pussy.
reasons for that game was because Northwestern clinched the Big Ten West the game before, so that was just like a non-conference game. What did they give a shit for?
You think they weren't trying to
No,
win?
no,
what are you
absolutely
saying?
not. I'm not
But
saying that.
you
I'm saying
always-
that you wouldn't. They're not
You
quite as up for it mentally.
You
maybe.
always tell that story, and you leave out the weather, and you leave out the fact that I got in a fight I got punched in the face in the bathroom. So that's like
Okay, it ended.
what?
It ended.
The fight.
Why'd
We're
he
back
punch
in the
you?
stands.
I went.
I don't even know why.
So the that stadium it sucks.
Yeah,
dick.
Oh,
And
wait until you see the new one. It is gonna be unbelievable.
can't wait until 2035 when that thing's
Nope.
done.
Turn down after this year. Playing at Wrigley and Soldier Field.
Anyways, so they had like these lines for the bathroom, and I was in line for the bathroom, and like I was just in a line. I didn't know like, but I was like in a line of like 45 people, and it was going in the exit door, but I didn't know, and I already been in line for 20 minutes, and so when like we got to the front, people coming in the entranceway were like, I don't know why they picked me out to give me shit about it, but I'm like, I'm in line for the bathroom like all these other fucking people. Like, shut the fuck up. And then the guy like gave me a nudge, and I gave him one back. And then his friend came over the top and punched me, so I took him and threw him underneath the urinal. And then the other guy swung, and I like missed, and I just grabbed him and threw him. And then someone like caught him, and then that was like it. I just pissed and left. But like swung, punch, throw down. Like,
If you really wanted to exert your male dominance, you would have just whipped out your dick and pissed on the kid you threw into the urinal.
yeah, it didn't cross my mind at that moment, but it was like you know, like the adrenaline starts going, and you're, you know, like all of a
I
sudden.
was going to ask, what do you think of the people who walk through the exit door?
Well,
it's against the rules.
I think it is too, but it's like, what do you want? I didn't know, and like I'm one of 100 people who just did the same thing. Like it's not
It's
like
easy to do there. The bathroom situation for a sold out game is
it's a fucking
Unbelievable.
People were
nightmare.
doing it at MSG. Like, in the MSG line was insane.
Yeah,
It was a
like
nightmare, too.
If I had known what I was just like in line. I couldn't. I was so far back when the line started. I was just like, is this the line for the bathroom? Yes. So I got in the line. I didn't see like,
Yeah.
you know. So shut the fuck up.
You know who are some of the people I feel most sorry for? Is the people when you're in the line, you know, you're waiting, and the guy who's like, yeah, just go in front of me because he's waiting for the stall. Tough situation for
Why?
that guy.
'Cause he's pee shy?
He's got a shit probably.
Oh yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like at the stadium in specific.
Yeah.
You know,
I've
Like,
never
it's like-
I've never dropped a rat at a Sox game or any sporting event.
I've had a couple emergencies where I had to like.
I don't think
My
I
body
have.
just knows me too well. It's
Rumble
like you
guts.
got to be on your home turf.
I actually had to do a shit at Northwestern one time. We were at one of those tailgates. Who's that kid who his family? Tyler. And they had like this unbelievable chili.
Oh,
And
yeah.
It was at the Iowa game.
I remember, yeah.
Yeah. And Iowa
They
killed.
do an awesome job
Yeah.
at their tailgate. I can't wait for it.
And it was delicious, but it was like the first thing I ate that day, and mixed with like the coffee and the booze. It was just like it was.
Oh,
it was.
that's rough.
It was. Yeah. It was rumbling.
You ever have a horseshoe in Central Illinois?
No,
It's like their specialty food. It's called a horseshoe.
never heard of it.
Yeah, it's like I did not until I went to visit a friend. I went to Sangamon County Fair, so it's basically like
Fucking weirdo.
it's basically like a piece of Texas toast,
Okay.
and then they'll put
Good start.
a cheap piece, like a cheeseburger on top of it, and they'll put fries and cheese on top of it. So it's like an open face sandwich.
Okay.
Like it's not a burger.
Yeah, fork
Or
and
they'll
knife.
do that with like a like Philly cheesesteak or like tenders or whatever. So it's
Yeah.
like, and then they throw fries on top of that, and then they dreidel cheese all over it.
Like that nacho cheese.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
We got introduced to it before the fair. I mean, it was instant porta potty. Like you couldn't even stop at the beer tent.
Yeah.
like you were instantly in the porta potty.
Yeah.
And that's rough.
That's a bad place to be.
Horrible, especially
Yeah.
when you give something like that too. You're like,
Especially like,
Like, 'cause
there's
that
nothing
chili.
worse than a porta potty on a hot day. Like,
dude, taking a shit when it's hot. Like even like in my college house, only had AC in the rooms.
Yeah.
So you'd go in the hallways and like dude, shitting in 90-degree plus is awful.
So my building is an old building, so I have to have like the window unit ACs, and I don't have like there's no real like ventilation in my bathroom at all. Like there's a window and whatever. I got duped into one of those. Not even duped. It hasn't arrived yet. I hope it works. One of those portable AC ads on TikTok. They just keep popping up. I bought one.
The little square
The
one,
little square one.
dude. My buddy I live with just sent me that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
So I have like the heating unit. That's it's like a nice cover on it. That I'm just going to put the AC unit right there.
There you go.
That's going to be the plan.
That is be nice.
But I saw it maybe 600
nice.
times on TikTok over the last month and a half.
My next impulse buy, and I bought a couple things off Instagram targeted ads. I don't know why I'm getting it, but I am right now. This pizza maker. So Erin Sweeney, who she works for Wish Fest. She bought one and she pulled out a pizza yesterday. It looked like the best pizza I've ever seen in my life.
Was it that stainless steel looking thing?
Yeah.
You know what I bought off? It was a TikTok ad.
$800 though, and I'm like thinking about it.
But I think that would be sick on your back deck though.
I know, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. It'd be awesome out there.
Yeah. The other thing that I bought off TikTok ad was like this set of knives that looked like Ramsey Bolton would use them, but they're just fucking sick. So those haven't arrived yet either. But like I cannot.
I need to get a couple knives.
Yeah.
You
You can never have too many knives.
You can't have too many knives. I got 2 gas station knives, but I stole one of the. It's not Tupperware. What's the knife company? Like cheap Target knives. You get a whole set for like.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Cutco?
No. That's the pyramid scheme that I was trying to tell you about a couple weeks ago. But
You still working for them?
I'm not. I never did. I had a buddy who did, and he was making like a couple grand a paycheck back in when we were 16. And I was like, holy fucking shit! Like he's got more money than anybody.
This guy's a
There's a pyramid
fucking
scheme.
rich. All right, boys.
Top Gun?
This was fun.
You ready?
Maybe.
All right.
Well, you don't even know show times. For all we know, there's not going to be one until like 4.
It's Top Gun. There's going to be
Top
one.
Gun, man.
You never know. I'm not even going to say it.
What? No, you had to say
No,
it. That's
because you're
against
just
the rules.
because you're a piece of shit.
I'm not a piece of shit.
Yeah, you just
Am I a piece
everything.
of shit?
Everything I say, you ball me into some fucking
Landmark on Clark Street, half mile from here, has a 2 p.m. show. The place on Regal Webster Place, mile and a half from here.
That's off Ashland?
Yeah, it's over that way.
Yeah.
3 o'clock. So we got options.
We got options, Ed.
None of those fit into my.
Oh, really?
My
What
plan.
about a 4 o'clock?
He's got to get R&R.
Those.
Why don't you touch grass, Ed?
Those theaters aren't in my.
Once in your
package.
life.
Oh, you want to see? Yeah, I bet you haven't seen it in IMAX. You want to go to Regal City? 310, 410.
I'm a Dolby guy.
We got that. We got options for that too.
Better sound system.
That was the.
You know
We
the new city one reopened
Did it?
over on Clybourne.
What's
did it? So right there.
I like that theater.
What I was gonna say is what's the situation on the recliners?
Oh, they were climb.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
The first dip I ever threw in was at an IMAX theater, Sin City.
Really? That's a fun fact.
Yep.
What a savage.
Huge skull. I got called up for the playoffs, and we went to a movie before a playoff game on a Saturday. It was me and one other kid who got called up. We lost the first game. I didn't play,
Because
but
you
I
didn't
was
play.
with the varsity team. Didn't really know any of the players very well, but they invited me out. They're like, "Hey, you're up with us. Like, come play or come to this movie." I'm like, "Yeah, sure." They're passing around dips. I'd never touched one, and I had to look cool. And I threw in a peach skull and was just buzzing my tits off watching Sin City at the IMAX in Woodridge, Illinois.
I bet. Brittany Murphy's in there, right?
Yep.
Shout out Brittany Murphy.
Rest in peace.
Who was the other girl that's in that?
Jessica Alba.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Shout out
that's
Jessica
got a
Alba.
loaded cast. Bruce Willis,
Shout out Bruce Willis.
the dude from fucking Donnie Brasco.
All right, I'll get the popcorn. Popcorn's
he's
on
gonna
me.
buy the popcorn. Can you believe
Popcorn's
this
on
guy?
me.
I'm a pretzel bites guy.
You call your shot. I got it.
All right.
All right.
All right, everybody. Thank you for listening. That's it for today. That's it for this week. We'll be back on Monday.